The room fills with smoke, but there's no fire. As the ceiling of the ancient Fina church collapses, it kicks up this massive cloud of dust and debris. And as the dust settles and everything becomes visible again in the room, Rex, you are laying upon a pile of rocks. And as you look up at the mercenary leader. And at first there's this look of surprise, but then that slowly changes into amusement. Well, what do we have here, he says, with this smile that's very menacing. You look to your left, and you see a Lalafell that's pulled out this great sword, but it looks more like a short sword due to their stature. So for him, he's holding it with two hands, but it's really the size of about a short sword. And next to him, sort of further to the left, you see that there's the hewer, Jasper, who is fumbling, trying to get his rapier out. And you look to your right, and on the sermon's mound, you see the Ellison woman with the bow still perched around her back, looking completely off guard, still holding the bottle of ale next to you. And as you look around, you feel that all the eyes in the room are just burning into your skin. Like you are the sole center of attention of what's been happening in this room. And there's this long silence, and you hear the leader of the group say to you, here's how this is going to work. You're going to tell us exactly who you are and why you're here. I'm going to cut you slowly until you tell me. Is that understood?
Shut up! You hush! Oh my god! Where's Tristan? Tristan! Oh my god, Tristan! This party sucks! Tristan! And I get up and I'm like, where's the ale? Tristan's got the best ale, and I stumble around and I'm like, you guys, I don't know any of you, I don't think. You look familiar. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, where's Tristan?
All right. Do me a favor. I want you to go ahead and roll a d6 for me and let me know what your result is.
Boom.
5. Okay. So I need you to go ahead and you're taking 5 damage for the fall. Okay, so go ahead. I think you may have had some barrier.
I was so excited for that friggin' high roll, man.
Yep.
Jerk.
So, yes, shattering expectations. That's what I do best. So that was actually really good. So I'm going to have you go ahead and make a. Now you have. Okay, I'm going to have you make an intelligence check because that was sort of deceptive, but I'm going to give you it with advantage, and I'm going to let you add your deceiver skill trait to it. So if you want, go ahead and make 2 intelligence checks and take the higher of the 2. You can click on the intelligence, the INT, on either the app. Yep.
Oh, there. Look at that.
So 13. And you can go ahead and touch it again, and we'll take the higher of those 2 rolls. Okay. So now go ahead and roll a d6. All right, 16. So we're gonna call that a 16. So everyone is completely off guard with the inebriated party girl that is calling for Tristan.
Yes.
And you hear the I got it right here. You see the Lalafell with the great sword kind of looks to his left, and he says to the leader, Atmos is. I don't know if we have a Tristan here. There's no Tristan here, and you see Atmos kind of roll his eyes a little bit, and so I'll tell you what. That was really good. So we'll call that your primary ability so far. So you've used your primary ability. But what you were able to do is you were able to buy your allies time with that in order to get close to you. So you have the ability, if you wanted to use a secondary ability. Since, again, this is sort of the official start of combat.
Great.
So if there's something on your character sheet you want to use, you're more than welcome to.
Let's do Can we do ritual weave? Just
Uh,
throw a mudra out there.
absolutely. Yeah, you can do a ritual weave.
Sick.
So, as you are kind of trying to play off the Tristan thing, you feel this thud in your chest, and your vision starts to tunnel, and you feel this surge of adrenaline and power. It's like this. It's like, almost like your veins are on fire, and you now have one mudra. So, yep, that's what you experience using that. So,
What is happening?
so what happens now is we're going to go to the outside. So, Elias, Vhalor, and Fervent, you were outside watching Rex scale her way onto this roof, crawl down, and then without notice, there's this sound of this avalanche that just like falls from within the church, and you see this geyser of smoke, dust, and debris kick up. So here's how this is going to work. So you guys, I'm going to use my laser pointer if you guys can see this really fast.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
So you guys are right here. So here's the entrance of the church. So you aren't able to use your standard movement, so you're going to have to take the sprint action to get there. Okay? So if you roll between a 2 and a 10, you're going to be able to make it to this church on a dexterity check. Okay? If you roll between an 11 and a 15, you can make it to this window. And anything above a 16, you can pick whichever entry point. So these are windows that you could effectively jump through. And then there's the front door. So you guys are going to have to, kind of your pick of the litter of that. Does that make some sense?
Yeah. D20. What is this? Is intelligence or what is it? Oh, dexterity.
It's going to be dexterity. Yep. So hang tight.
Oh, fuck me.
I have a 13.
Did you roll a nat 1, Pono?
Sure did.
So the nat 1 was a trip and fall. That's why I said 2. So
Holy shit.
So you basically, on your way out, you trip and fall. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll for Elias here and see what he gets. Oh, and of course, Elias rolls a nat 20. So your white mage just
that
is
guy.
Awesome.
Thinking we're a bunch of tools. Yeah.
So, Fervent, you just react, and as you see that cloud come up, you immediately draw your sword. And which entry point are you going to jump into?
So with this window option, am I going to have to make a test to get through the window, or is this big enough for me just to jump through?
It's stained glass. Like it's think of it this way: that it's an entry point, effectively.
It's stained glass though, so it's a religious scene of Menphina, if I recall correctly.
Are you worried about repercussions?
I am. It's not about repercussions. That's not what morality is, Jen. It's about what is right. I will use the front door.
All right, you use the front door. So perfect. So you're gonna through the front door. So as you start sprinting, you have your blade in hand, and you look back, and you see Vhalor on the ground, and you see one of his Crocs is off, and he reaches over, and he kind of starts hopping through. So that's going to mean is that Vhalor, you're not going to be able to jump into take any actions until next round, but you have to use most of your movement to sort of get into the building. So there we go. And as you get to the door, you see Elias, and his eyes are green, and he starts bounding, and it's almost as if the wind is helping spring his step, and he slides next to the front. Let me pull it up here. He slides next to this window, and kind of jumps to the side. Elias. He had nat 20, so he can get to the other side, and he puts his back to the wall. Alrighty, and that is what we have so far as movement. So starting next round, so this is the end of the player step effectively. Vhalor, you're behind a little bit. Those two are kind of ready to go.
That's exactly where I want to be. I have a fucking plan up in my head.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Got him right where you want him. So I'm going to pull
100%.
I believe.
It looked like I tripped and fell, but in the military, we call this a staggered approach.
Oh, shit.
Plus, I get to let Rex take the lead on how he wants to approach once he gets in there.
So let's put it this way. Fervent, this is going to be sort of your entry point. So you've kind of made it right here, effectively. We've got Elias, who has made it right here. And then Vhalor, you're kind of like right here. Yeah, you're like there. So, but you guys haven't entered the church, so this at least gives you a frame of reference as to where you'll be, kind of spatially. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, the mercenary leader kind of looks at you, kind of puzzled, and he kind of moves forward. He moves to about right here, and he says to you, "I don't know who this Tristan is that you're talking about, but I'm kind of curious if you're bullshitting me. What the hell are you doing here?" And he looks over to the Lalafell, and he says, "Dodo, grab her." And he moves over here, and kind of you feel this like small arm like grab you by one arm, and then you see the other hewer kind of walk up as well, and he kind of like, and they're just kind of standing behind you, like they're just they're kind of trying being somewhat imposing and intimidating at this point in time. And you look at the Ellison woman, and she is just still like stunned, and she looks up and she's like and you see her mouth the words Tristan. She's like trying to figure it out.
Aww.
And with that was pretty good. But you see from the back corner, and you hear, "Hey boss, I think Tristan was the name of the bartender back in Stone Ridge. At that little dive bar we went to? Just a thought." And everyone's sort of like confused about who the hell Tristan is and trying to figure this out. So that becomes the enemy's turn. So that 16 was.
Thanks for backing me up, mystery bro. Love that.
Perfect. So now, go ahead and make a mind check for me, if you will, Rex.
Boop.
17. Nice. So you notice that as this was all kind of going down, you sort of saw this movement to this window right over here. And you could, with kind of the way that you sort of perceive things, you just know that it's one of your party members. So you know that they're on the outside here. Like just,
okay.
Yep.
I can sense Elias.
You can sense. Yeah, you can sense it. Yeah, it's like the Force. So now we are starting. Now this is sort of round 2. So that was the enemy step. Everyone kind of was just like moving closer. So now this is round 2. So whatever you want to do, you are fully able to do. If you want to keep talking, you can. If you want to just, again, send it. It's up to you.
I'm gonna try and keep up the. What do you mean it's Tristan? This is Tristan's house. And maybe start singing "For He is a Jolly Good Fellow" and other such popular bar hymns. Until I can get a bead on somebody actually getting in here to back me up. So I can sense Elias is there, and I just want to make sure everybody is in position. So I guess maybe I don't go first. I'm just going to keep the lie alive.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and make another intelligence check for me and add Deceiver for D6.
For He's a Faithful Good Cleric is the song on this. Yeah, you got the little button in the bottom left of Quest Portal.
All right, 17. So the singing just kind of throws everybody off. Everybody starts looking around like, who is this lady? And it's at this
Tristan
point.
Fan.
It's this point. Everybody's confused, sort of.
Perfect.
But the bandit, or not the bandit, but the mercenary leader is, you can tell that he's kind of sensing something's up. So
he's a professional. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like, something's off.
It
So
sure is.
with that, that is kind of your turn. And just so you know, this I'm gonna have this guy over here. He actually is kind of like, moved kind of closer. He's about right there.
Which one said something about the bartender again?
This guy in the top left corner here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Perfect. So with that, we can go to Levi, since you were sort of you're kind of on the outside here. I'm going to do something really fast. Yeah. So you're basically right there. But before you go in, you look over at Elias and you see him put his hand over his mouth and he starts muttering something. And his eyes turn like this emerald green, and he throws something, and you feel this gust of cold wind that comes towards your face, and you hear in his voice it says, "You take lead, I've got your back." And that breeze continues to pull through, and it goes over to you, Vhalor, who's kind of just getting up and like putting one crock on, and you feel that breeze hit your fur as well, and you hear the same message. And he just nods.
Okay. Am I up?
You're up.
Okay. Well, I was going to anyway, so I will truck on in here. Just trying to figure out where my movement is.
You can use the ruler.
5 or 6 by default.
You got 5. Yep.
All right. So, are these pews? Are they any sort of terrain, or can I tromp over them?
You can jump over them.
Great. I will do so.
Okay.
I'm going to then move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be 5 squares and trying to sort through all these abilities here. All right, I think I got it here. I'm going to open up here with a total eclipse.
But you can go ahead and click the roll button because it is an attack roll.
All right, done. This is going to be against. They're not quite in their squares, but I'm guessing that the Olafel and the Hior are in the adjacent squares to me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I'll actually just to give you a frame of reference so you know what that range looks like. This area.
Yep.
So yeah, you've got him. So
yep. So all those guys are got. That's going to hit a 21, which I'm assuming hits all those guys.
Absolutely, that's a direct hit.
Right. So all those guys will take 5, and they will receive Enmity.
Perfect. So there's this kind of pause between Rex saying he's a jolly good fellow when the silence is immediately interrupted by the sound of metal hitting stone, and no one sees it, but as you come running through the front door, everyone looks at you, and you take one step onto that first closest to the door pew, and you jump into the air. And as you come down, you spin your blade in a 360-degree arc, which is now glowing bright white. And there is this massive explosion of light and heat. And you see all 3 of them just like kind of cry out in pain. And they start to like cover their eyes. And they take 5 damage. And you hear the mercenary leader go, "It's a fucking paladin! Kill him!"
Oh, God.
Wow, way to type me based on like one sword swing here.
You're in full plate armor.
You got the look, man. Yeah.
I don't have enough to get in full plate.
It's too shiny. It's too well oiled. He knows what's up.
It is very oiled.
Perfect. So they take 5 points of damage. And there's this glow that sort of radiates from you. And so as the other 3 try to focus on anything other than you, their vision becomes distorted.
Right, and I'm going to brace with some rampart, and that will be all I got.
Perfect. You're going to see a label. Do you guys see the 5 that jumps up underneath them?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that just lets you know how much damage has been done. I never count backwards because that's way too difficult. I just count upwards until I get to whatever their HP is, and then they die. So it's a little bit easier. So GM hack, just for those of you out there watching.
Pro tip.
Both of you. Perfect. So yeah, perfect. And rampart. So, and then what happens is as you do that, your sword, that glow sort of like the blade slowly becomes back into steel, and that glow then sort of radiates into your armor, and that's Rampart being activated for you. So, perfect. Now it is your turn, Vhalor.
Okay. I want to like pin up against this door right here. Can I move my guy?
Yeah, you can.
I want to look at this guy here, Elias, what's his name?
Elias, yep.
So since he said take the lead, I want to point at him, motion him in through the window, and then give him like a kick-ass kind of sign.
Mm-hmm. What's the kick-ass sign? I missed it.
Just it's the fist in the hand, you know?
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Classic.
And,
okay. I'm after you.
Okay, got it. So then Elias then jumps through the window, not caring about Menphina's deity and her homage. He jumps through, and the stained glass just kind of shatters. And then as he does that, he his eyes turn green. And he goes like this, and this gust of wind shoots through this open door that you feel this breeze kind of come through, and it goes through this other open window, and you see that there are between the captain, I don't say captain, but the leader right here. You see that there's all this like debris that sort of picks up and starts swirling around him, and it starts creating lacerations. And he casts Aero on him, and then there's the Lalafell to the, or actually this person directly in front of him, the Elizin. The gust of wind kind of pushes through this hall, and you feel it rush through you, and it starts picking up around her and creating lacerations as well. So he casts Aero on both of them, so they have a damage over time of 3 on them. And that will be his turn.
Spike, since I didn't do too much, can I come into the church?
You can come into the church, yes.
Can I shout something?
You could
real
technically,
quick?
you could what?
Can I shout something?
You can. You could even take, if you wanted to, you could even take the sprint action. So that would double your movement speed, and you could kind of get closer, position yourself for next round, and you can still use a secondary or instant ability.
I'm gonna run, like I'm gonna bust into here. So like one person's come in here, kick the ass. One person's come in here, kick the ass. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to shout, like, back out the door, like, Team 2, hold position. And so I want to intimidate these guys into thinking there's way more of us.
Nice.
Oh,
I will ask, who's Team 2?
Oh. All right, we're going to have some conversation.
I love it. It makes me so happy. And everyone's confused, and they're like, and you hear the one this guy back here, and he's like, "Oh, Team 2 must be Tristan." And everyone just at this point has no idea what the hell's going on. There's like wind that's like picked up and like swirling 2 people. They're talking about multiple teams. So this has just become like I don't think anyone knows which way's up. So
yes.
So I want to say, I'm going to check something really quick for you, Pono. If you wanted to, you could take the sprint action, which would actually get you in range of this guy right here. So if you look at your secondary abilities, you could sprint action, get up and do a little bit of damage.
Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah, actually, with the sprint action, you could probably get right here if you wanted to.
I want to get right up in this guy's face and be like, Tristan said you suck, and then I'm gonna thunderclap him.
All right, perfect.
I'm gonna steal peek him.
Steal peek him?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you sprint in, it's almost like you are so fast that he doesn't even register. And it's just like he like looks over and makes the Tristan comment, looks back, and as he comes in, you make that comment about Tristan, and you hit him dead center of the chest, and you feel like bones kind of break in there, and he's going to take 4 points of damage from that.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even roll. It's just straight up a fuck you.
You just get.
It deals 4 damage to the target. Wow.
Yeah, not bad for a secondary action.
Did it.
Ugh.
Yep.
Fighter.
All right. Perfect. So that is the end of the player step. So now we're going to move into the enemy step. He gets hit by you, Vhalor, and he goes to take a swing at you.
All right. So sorry, would you ping the one who's acting?
Yes, I'll do that. So this one
Okay.
right here. Yep, I'll keep the dot
I'm
on.
going
There we
to
go.
jump in here, and I'm going to hit them all with a reprisal.
Okay.
So that should get everyone that I had hit previously with that.
Yeah. And go ahead and tell me what reprisal does.
Reprisal is going to reduce their damage by 2 until the end of the round.
Perfect. Okay. So as he goes to kind of counter that strike you hit him with, Vhalor, he goes to hit you, but there's this blinding light from the enmity, and he comes wide and misses you completely. So, and with the reprisal that's on him, you take no damage. So it's like that blow completely misses you. So you take no damage from that. The Lalafell then goes to strike you, Fervent. And what is your physical defense?
That is under attributes. That is 16.
Okay. So you feel this burning sensation hit your calf, and you look down and you see blood starts to pool up, and the Lalafell with the great sword that looks like a short sword looks at him and goes, "Boss, I got him! I did it!" And you hear the leader growl, "That's great. Act like you've done it before." And you're gonna take.
Oh, now I want to adopt Dodo.
So you're going to take 9 points of damage, but you're going to subtract that by 2 because you have reprisal on them. So that you're going to take 7 damage from that.
It'll be down to 5 because of the ramparts.
Correct. Well, it was 9, and then the rampart dropped down to 7.
And then reprisal down to 5.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you doubled up. So hell yeah. There you go. So yeah. And as you feel that sting, that you feel the kind of that white glow that sort of creates this nice warm kind of like soothing sensation around your calf. So there you go. 5 points of damage. Damn,
Like
that's solid.
healing...
That's solid
And
damage
done.
reduction. All right, perfect.
For real.
And then this other one steps up towards you as well. All right. So he finally gets his rapier out. He was the one who was struggling quite a bit, and he finally figures it out, gets his rapier out, and he comes in and pierces you, and you feel it hit your armor, but then it creates this like thudding noise, and like you feel the pierce, it hits your skin, and then it sort of just like kind of pushes back against it. So instead of taking 11 damage, you're only going to take 6 from that because I think you reduce it by 4, right?
Yep.
Or 7.
So
yeah, you're going to take
7. Yep.
7 points of damage. Perfect. All right, and then the archer sort of kind of like figures it out. She drops the bottle of brandy, draws her bow, and Rex, what is your physical defense?
I'm looking at the wrong screen. 13.
13. Okay, perfect. So you feel this, like, as you're kind of seeing all this happen, like you see your friends finally start coming in and doing stuff, like you see all these people start attacking Fervent, but like there's this light that's sort of like blasting off him as people are hitting him, and you feel this like biting sensation in your shoulder, and as you look down, you see that there's an arrow jutting out of it, and she's drawn her arrow and hit you, and you feel blood run through sort of your cloth armor, and you take let's see.
Could I have? Hold on, I'm looking through my instance.
Yeah.
I probably would have thrown out Shade Shift on that.
Let's do it.
So let's see. That's the trigger is immediately after an ability check for an ability that targets me, and that'll increase my defense by a d6 roll. So let's see what that fucking roll does.
Oh,
okay.
So
that's 19.
And you had your physical defense is 13, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So that is exactly what you needed to roll to miss this attack.
My God.
So let's go. So as that
everything's
arrow,
coming up Millhouse.
as so what happens is you notice it's cool, we can retcon this is great. So you look out to like you notice that this arrow is coming, and what you do is you don't really know why you do this, but you have this feeling, and your body becomes sort of like translucent, and it's almost like there's this like ethereal form that kind of takes over you, and this arrow sort of comes through you, and then as you kind of shift into it, you move to the side, and it still pierces you. So you're going to take just 3 points of damage instead.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah.
way more palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cover of an Animorphs book. It's like kind of like choo, 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 choo.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did not have cover of an Animorphs book on my bingo card, but here we are, and I'm so excited about it. Perfect. And so as that happens, you see the mercenary leader pulls out his axe and he says, "I'm going to enjoy this." And
I'm going to step in again. I'll give him an old provoke,
Ooh.
which
love
will
it.
inflict enmity upon him.
Let's go. Instant abilities are like the coolest thing I think about Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG, because like Levi, for example, you have to know what's going on all the time, right? Like you have to be locked in to like get abilities going. So I think it's awesome.
I do too.
So he moves in, and okay. Well, I'm rolling high, so so there's this blinding light. So right as he takes his first swing, there's this blinding light, and it comes through. And what it does is it's just a smidge too late, and that axe bites into you, and you're gonna take 17 points of damage from that hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then
Is that the end of his turn? No. Okay. I got some fucking dessert for this guy.
You got some dessert?
Yeah.
Healthy dose of whatever he's having.
It's gonna be delicious. Yes.
And he goes to swing again. Oof.
Is that considered an ability?
It will be. 11. So you take another 17 points of damage. He got a nat 20.
Is it
Wait.
Is that axe swing an ability, or is that just like a melee attack? Like, how does that?
That's just a melee attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I just happened to roll critical on that one.
So is that 17 to me?
17 to you, correct.
Ugh. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Okay, so I'll take that 17 and I'm gonna do second wind, which is 2d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Is that a secondary or an instant?
That's an instant.
Nice.
Yep. So go ahead.
That's
You can
gonna
drop a heal on her as well.
10?
Full second action.
You can't heal other people. You can only heal yourself.
Mm.
Oh, let's go.
Sick.
So
yeah, that's whew, okay, back to 22.
As you look at, like, even though Fervent, you're holding up your shield and you're like throwing this blinding light at him, his eyes are just so locked in that what you notice, Rex, is that this is experience. This is somebody who's done this before and seen lots of combat. And as he takes that axe and he cracks you sort of like right on the collarbone, you feel it hit. You dig deep though, and you recover 12 points of damage using second wind. And you kind of grit up and you push yourself through this pain. You don't know how, but you've been here before, and this is something that you know that you're built for. So
strange but familiar.
Strange but familiar, right? And then what you're gonna see is there is
turn done yet?
Okay, you see that as he swings that axe, he puts it onto the ground and he starts yelling, and you feel that the aether in the air starts to pull towards him, and you see that there's the loose stones on the floor are starting to come up and sort of like rotate around him. So, and you see that there is this area of effect.
Is he like a marauder summoner? What the fuck is this?
It's the fifth astral area. It could be anything.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah. Vhalor, what is your physical defense?
14.
14. Okay. Okay. All right. As you are standing there, you kind of engaged in combat with the guy in front of you. You hear a thwing from the top left of like coming from like the ceiling area, and you feel this this sharp biting pain into your ribs, and you look down. There's an arrow that's jutting out, and you start to bleed, and you're going to take 10 points of damage.
Hey.
Okay. So remember that dessert I was talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm gonna throw an assassinate on him, and that's just gonna deal 9 damage, just straight up.
Perfect. So that's an instant ability, correct?
Indeed, yes.
Okay. So as he swings, he's drawing. He's like trying to like really focus in. You feel that Aether. You pull out both your daggers. So at this point in time, I don't think you've really engaged anyone, and you drive both of those daggers like into his deltoids, like as his arms are down, and you twist those knives.
Ooh.
And he growls in pain, and you hear him say "fucking," and he just yells, and then you twist those knives, and you see blood start to come down his forearms, and he is now going to take. You said 9 points of damage is what it does?
9 points, yes, indeedy.
Beautiful. Okay.
I pull those daggers back out. I'll just lick one.
Oh.
Yes. Perfect. All right. So now that is the, and you guys notice that there's now an archer that's been, which you didn't, I don't know if you guys noticed when you came in, there's an area to the left that's got stairs up, and there's kind of a balcony.
Yep.
So go ahead now. We are back to the top of the round. So Rex, we'll start with you since you kicked this party off by falling to the floor.
I am going to do a another ritual weave. You know that thing that happened before that felt really awesome and powerful?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm gonna do that again.
Okay. So as you like you pull your blades back out, you lick one, and you feel that same thud in your chest, and there's this sudden sensation of power again running through your body. Are you setting up in ninjutsu?
I am.
Perfect. And as you feel that power start to hit your body, it's almost as if like time slows down and stops. And to your right, in between like the Duchess and the bandit and the mercenary leader, you see that there is this figure in a green cloak, and it has this golden skull mask on, and the top left part is missing, revealing fair skin and a translucent eye. And what you notice is that your breathing still maintains, but everything stops. And this figure kind of looks up at the sky, and he says, "Are you sure?"
Oh,
and there's
boy.
this moment of silence. And you hear him say, "Fine, thy will be done." And at this point in time, it's almost as if you're trapped in like sleep paralysis. No one's moving. There's like the stones that were being lifted in the air from the mercenary leader have stopped and stayed suspended in time. And he starts to move towards you, but it's almost as if he moves like an apparition. And there's like, he's being pulled in like different realities, and his body's kind of glitching towards you. And as he gets close to you, he's right in front of you, and he looks at you, and you can't move. You can't say anything. You open your mouth and no words come out. And he puts his hand right underneath your clavicle, and he says,